Do you know which is your dominant eye? The Miles test is actually shown incorrectly by Patrick Mouratoglou. So when he does the triangle, the students have a really big triangle. Real experts that actually tell us how to do these tests. And what they actually tell you to do is to make that triangle really small, really tiny, so that the accuracy is more indicative of what your real dominant eye would be. But in terms of what your dominant eye shows, there's different types of eye dominances. And I think that's important for us to know. There are motor dominance. Whichever eye is less likely to lose concentration or lose target when something is moving. You also have siding dominance, locking onto another target really fast. You have censoring dominance, where one eye that sees better than the other eye, and then you have a possibility of a mixed dominance. So you could actually have dominance in both eyes. It's also possible to not have a dominant eye. These are all different things. You go to the doctor, you get your eyes checked. They don't test you in just one way. They test you with multiple scenarios. They also have, you go to the machine and you see like different lines going this way, or different dots going different ways, and you have to kind of catch up to them, and they register that. Those are the types of tests that are more indicative of how you see something on the court. So, trying to say that, oh, I'm left eye dominant, this part is useless. It's you have two eyes for a reason. They're both lenses. You need to see with both eyes. If you shut off one eye, you have a balance issue. When I first learned about this dominant eye test for tennis, I had done the test, Miles test, using a very big triangle, as how Patrick Mouratoglou shows in his video. It's actually prescribed by the experts to do many types of tests, not just one test to decide on your dominance, your dominant eye. So there's another test called the Porta test. Now this test, you take your thumb and you try to put it over an object in the distance, and then you try to close one eye and see if it's still aligned or on top of it. So what I found was actually that I have dominance in both eyes, because with the Porta test, I'm right eye dominant. And with the Miles test, I'm left eye dominant. If you just looked at how he teaches tennis through the dominant eye, if you've got that wrong, you're limiting yourself. He's saying that, okay, you do this one test, and now you're left eye dominant or right eye dominant. Then all of a sudden, you will now need to design your tennis mechanics around those limitations. And so for me, if I were to have taken that advice, I would have completely eliminated a certain number of techniques that I know I already have the ability to use on the court. So I find it troubling that Patrick Mouratoglou, who has a lot of resources, he's pushing this dominant eye tennis to the public. And I feel like it's irresponsible of the basic research he should have done. I looked up one expert who is a practicing optometrist. I remarked that I had two dominant eyes somehow. And looking through some of the comments on that person's video, which I'll share, there were other people with the same circumstances as me. So other people have had mixed eye dominance. I think it's unfortunate that a lot of people are buying into that dominant eye test.